Yo, what's up, guys? Dante here, back with another video today. I am picking my picks for the NCAA men's tournament. I'll do the women's tournament in a separate video. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Let's start from the South region. We got Auburn versus Alabama State. I saw the game, Alabama State versus St. Francis. Um, They have some 3-point shooters. They got a couple of smaller guys that can get to the hole. Um, I don't know. I just don't. They just don't have enough firepower. I think they'll keep it close. I'll say that. I think they'll keep it close for about probably about a half. Auburn pulls away. So I'm gonna pick Auburn. Louisville and Creighton. I'm gonna go with Creighton. I always like seeing the mid majors move on, even though technically in basketball, Creighton is in the Big East, which isn't a mid major conference. But I mean, you got to look at where Creighton started from. So yeah, I have Creighton winning that one. Michigan versus UC San Diego. 5-12. That's always a tough one. I don't know much about UC San Diego. Let's see what the preview says. I usually don't check this, but sometimes got a little bit of decent information. Um, I guess. So what's their notable results? Not much. They lost against San Diego State. Well, I think didn't they lose already? If I'm not mistaken, they were in the playing game. I'm gonna go Michigan. Texas A&M and Yale. I'm gonna go A&M. Ole Miss, North Carolina. I think that's what North Carolina was playing them. I'm gonna have to go North Carolina. This happens every year. There's some team that I guess gets underseeded. The fact that North Carolina was in the playing game is crazy. Iowa State and Lipscomb. I'm gonna go Iowa State. Marquette in New Mexico. 7-10. That's a toss up. I'm gonna go Marquette. Michigan State and Bryant. Come on now. Let's go to the right. Let's start with the East. Um, it's Duke versus doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Michigan. Wow, that is clear. It says Mississippi, Mississippi State, and Baylor. I'm going to go with. I'm gonna go Mississippi State. Just a warning. This is a purely blind pick 'em. I watched very little college basketball this year. I haven't really watched a whole lot of college basketball, to be honest, the last couple of years. Um, I've mainly just been watching the football. Oregon and Liberty. I go Oregon. Arizona and Akron. I'm gonna go Arizona. BYU VCU. I'm gonna go BYU. Wisconsin and Montana. I'm gonna go Wisconsin. St. Mary's and Vanderbilt. I'm gonna go Vandy. Vanderbilt is actually pretty good at basketball. I know St. Mary's is good, but I don't know. Maybe I haven't paid attention. I've never seen St. Mary's um, this high before. So I'm gonna go Vandy. Alabama and Robert Morris. We go Alabama. Let's go back to the left and let's go to the West. We got Florida and Norfolk State. I would love that's another HBCU. Norfolk State is going to get hammered. UConn, Oklahoma. I'm gonna go UConn. They are the two-time defending champs. Can't dismiss them this early. Memphis and Colorado State. Is Penny was it Penny Hardaway? It's Penny Hardaway, right? That's the coach. Is he still at Memphis? I think Colorado State just won the Mountain West, right? Let's see. I honestly don't know what I'm looking at really. So they got smoked by Auburn and Mississippi State. They had some. Those are bad. Those two. I mean, Auburn like the best team, one of the best teams in the country, but they beat UConn close. Um, so I don't know. They're a mixed bag. What's Colorado State? Got smoked by Ole Miss. Beat bad by San Diego State. Lost to Utah State, but they split the series. So I don't know. I'm gonna go Memphis though. That'll be a close one. That'll be a good one to watch. This is my game right here. Maryland and Grand Canyon. I gotta go Maryland. I'm really hoping they pull it out and do something this year. I think they might have a pretty good run this year. I can feel it. Missouri and Drake. I'm gonna go Missouri. Texas Tech and UNC Wilmington. I'm gonna go Texas Tech. Texas Tech was just in the. They were in the championship game like 3 or 4 years ago against Virginia. So I don't. I mean, it's a 3 seed, so they're still doing what they're supposed to be doing. Kansas and Arkansas. I'm gonna go Kansas, and we got St. John's and Omaha. St. John's is about to blow them away. All right, let's go back to the Midwest and finish off the round of 64. We got Houston and is that Southern Illinois? Who is this? Is that what it's Southern Illinois, Edwardsville? All right, the fact that I don't know who that is, I mean, they're not going to win anyway, but I got Houston. I just wanted to know who that was. Gonzaga and Georgia. I'm going to go Gonzaga. I think well, how many wins they had? I think they had 25 and 8. That's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. Did they win I'm pretty sure they won the West Coast, right? Yeah, they won the WCC. Okay, yeah, yeah. I'm going to go Gonzaga. Clemson and McNeese. I'm going to go Clemson. Purdue and High Point. I'm going to go Purdue. We got Illinois, and then whoever wins that Texas and Xavier game. That I think that game comes on. I think it's on now at the time of this recording. I don't know. Did I call an upset on this? I'm gonna go Illinois regardless. Kentucky and Troy. Uh, hmm. I don't know. Let's go. Well, I mean, what I'm talking about is Kentucky. UCLA and Utah State. I mean, UCLA close, and then we got Tennessee and Wofford. All right, so that right there is the end of the round of 64. I was losing track for a second. Jeez. All right, let's go back to the top, and we're going to start off the round of 32. We got Auburn and Creighton. I think Auburn squeaks by Creighton. They make this a very, very close game. It comes down to the last minutes of the second half. I think Auburn pulled it out barely. Michigan and Texas A&M. Go Michigan. Um, Texas A&M basketball just sounds very weird to me. So I'm gonna go with the blue blood. North Carolina and Iowa State. I think Hubert Davis. I think he keeps the train running. He pulls off another upset. I really don't call them being Ole Miss an upset. I think Ole Miss is very high in my opinion. Um, but that's just me going off of like past history. I've never seen Ole Miss basketball be decently good. Iowa State is pretty good, but I think North Carolina will pull it out. Marquette and Michigan State. I'll go Michigan State. They'll keep it rolling. We're gonna go over two. Oh, that's it. Yeah, it always gets me like after Friday. There's like the games. There's like the game. I mean, I get the games get cut in half, but it's like such a jarring thing because you go from having games like every like 45 minutes on Thursday and Friday to like games like every hour or two. Like I don't know, just the drop off just hits me a lot. Duke and Mississippi State. Go with Duke. Come on, obviously. Oregon and Arizona. Former Pac-10 schools who are now what is Oregon? Oregon's in the what's Oregon in? Big Ten? Are they a Big Ten team? They are a Big Ten team. Yeah, Arizona's a Big 12 team. Makes no sense, but that's conference realignment for it. Want to go with? I'll go with Oregon. I want to see them try to make an attempt at the Elite Eight. Arizona's a blue blood, so but Arizona always seems to underachieve every year. BYU and Wisconsin. I'm gonna go Wisconsin. That'll be a close game though. Vandy and Alabama. So we got an SEC matchup in the second round. I'm gonna go Alabama though. I think this will be a close game because they are conference rivals. They see each other multiple times a year, but I think Alabama will pull it out. Actually, what's the series split on this? Um, so they handle them pretty well. What's Vandy? They're not showing it. Oh wait, it'll tell you. I don't know. Just a what is that? Just a tidbit. Okay. Anyway, Alabama. I got Alabama. So we're gonna go back over to the left. Go back to the West bracket, the West region, and we got Florida and UConn. Um, ooh, this is close. It would be cool to see Florida get back to that championship because it's been what, like almost 20 years with the Jim K, Joe Kim, Noah, who that Al Horford, I forgot his name. I know Brewer. Funny enough, that year they won the title. Um, was that the same year they won in football? I think it was, yeah, because I think that year they won the first. It was the first title, second title. They played Ohio State, who they also played in football for the national title, and they destroyed them in that game. It was domination. Tim Tebow and them boys team was stacked, man. I'm gonna go with UConn. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go with UConn. We got Memphis and Maryland. Maryland's gotta get out they gotta make it to um, that second weekend, man. It's been a while. I think they were in the Sweet 16. I think last year, the year before that, but I think this is the year they make a deep run. We got Missouri and Texas Tech. I'm gonna go Tech, and then we got Kansas and St. John. I think St. John ends the run for Bill Self. He knocks out um, Kansas. Well, funny enough, I found out like the other day when I was watching the title game, the Big East title game. Rick Pitino coaches St. John's. I didn't know that. When did that happen? Was I asleep? When did that happen, bro? Um, that's actually crazy. but they look very dominant, man. I think they can do something with that. Houston and Gonzaga, man, it's tough. I want to see Gonzaga get one, man. They've come so close twice. A bunch of Final Fours, a bunch of Elite Eights. I mean, is this the year? I don't know, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Gonzaga. It sucks though that this matchup might happen in the second round, but it is what it is. This is the way they see them because both teams have good years. I mean, they always have good years. Clemson and Purdue. I'm gonna go with Purdue, Big Ten. Illinois and Kentucky. I know Big Ten, but I'm gonna go with Kentucky. And then they can make it to the Elite Eight. And then we got UCLA and Tennessee. Oh boy, we'll go with Tennessee. All right, so now we are down to what is this? The Elite. Oh no, we're actually this is Sweet 16. Okay, yeah, this is Sweet 16. All right, so now we got Auburn and Michigan. Oh boy, oh boy. These are two teams that have very very recent. Since I think Michigan was in my neighbors out there breaking bottles or something. I don't know what the hell they doing. Auburn and Michigan. I think Michigan was in the title game very recently, and then Auburn was in the Final Four. Was it last year, the year before? I'm gonna go with Auburn. I'll go Auburn. That'll be another good contested game, but I think Auburn gets out of that one alive. And we got Michigan State and North Carolina. I kind of just want to see this. I kind of just want to see the chaos they're going to create. So I'm gonna go with North Carolina. They knock off Michigan State. Let's go back. Go to the East. We got Duke and Oregon. I think by this point, I think Cooper Flag will really start to go off, and they'll win that game. And then we got Wisconsin and Alabama. Um, I don't know. I feel like this could go either way. But I think Wisconsin would be I think Wisconsin would be the favorite just because of their history of just being in this tournament. Because Alabama has not always been a great team in basketball, so this is like kind of new territory for them. But I'm gonna go with Alabama to knock them off just because of that fact right there. No one really expects much from Alabama basketball, even though they're really good. Then we got UConn and Maryland. So if this happens, this is gonna hurt. Because I want it on one end, I want Maryland to win. Obviously, I want them to get their second title, but I also want UConn to do something that probably hasn't been done in over 50 years. Go three-peat. Um, I think for this bracket, because I'm going to make multiple brackets, because it's going to be, I'm going to put these in multiple groups. But just for the sake of this bracket, and just because they're the hometowns, I'm going to go with Maryland. I'm going to go with Maryland. Then we got Texas Tech and St. John. I think St. John's keeps it rolling. They get to the Elite Eight. Uh, yeah. And did I already do the top? Yeah, I did the top. All right, then we got Gonzaga and Purdue in the Midwest region. At that point, it's all hands on deck. It's all survive and advance, right? So I'm gonna go with Gonzaga to pull this off. And then we got Kentucky and Tennessee. We got SEC rivals once again. So I'm gonna go with What am I going with? I guess Kentucky. Sure, I'll go with Kentucky. All right, now that we have that, we now have our final eight or elite eight. So we got Auburn and North Carolina. Just for the sake of this, I'm just going to keep it running. North Carolina, they've Auburn finally gets knocked off. I think North Carolina rides this magical season to the Final Four. Then we got Duke and Alabama. I'm gonna go with Duke. They got the big man on campus, Cooper Flag. Um, this will be good for him and his brand, and for Duke to get back to a place they haven't gotten back in a good while. So yeah. Then we go back down. We go down to the West region. This hurts. This hurts. I don't know. I don't know. So do I pick with my heart or do I pick with my head? I mean, I pick with my heart up here. But here is like, do I really see Maryland in the Final Four? I would love to see it again. I haven't seen it since I was 10 years old in 2002 when they won. Yeah, no, I was 11. I was 11 years old when they won. I was I was about to turn. I was 10 years old, about to turn 11 that year. Um, man, I don't know. That's a hard one. We'll go with St. John's. I say that because depending on what happens, for realistically, who knows how much longer Patino's going to coach. So this could be like the last glory years of St. John's basketball before they fall back into obscurity. Maryland is kind of a different. They're in a different tier. They've always been competitive. They've always been good. Always for the most part, they've always been a 20-win plus team every year. So they'll always get the recruits, especially in the Big Ten. St. John's in the Big East, and then also, like I said, Patino. Who knows how long he'll be there? Who knows? He might have a magical run and then bounce off again. We don't know. So I'm gonna go with St. John's just for that. Then we got Gonzaga and Kentucky. That'd be a great one. Um, I think Gonzaga wins it in between these two if they meet up. Um, I don't know. I just got a feeling. I would love for them to get one. I think um, Mark Few he's been up there over 20 years at this point. I think he needs to get one. I think if he gets one, he can cement his legacy with all the dudes he sent to the league and a national title. I think he'd be set. Like he's. I mean, I'd already have him in the Hall of Fame, but that would pretty much solidify his whole career if he gets a title. I mean, he had two cracks at it. He just I think, hey man, if he gets there a third time's the charm. I don't think. I think if he gets there a third time, I think he has to win it. So yeah, there we go, and that completes our final four in San Antonio. So we have North Carolina and St. John's, and then we have Duke and Gonzaga on the other end. Um, St. John's will end this. If this would ever to happen, I think St. John's would end it. They put it into the magical season, a crazy magical season. They start out in the first four and end up in the final four. It's kind of crazy, but I think St. John's pulled it out. I think they're a little bit more of a talented team from what I've seen, and I think they can put their hat in the national title. Then we got Duke versus Gonzaga. Like I said, I think this is the year. It'd be cool that all the hype around Cooper Flag, he gets to the title game his first year. Like I said, I think Gonzaga's got to get one, all right? So I'm going to go Gonzaga. And then for the title game, like I said, this is it, right? You got to get one. Um, I don't want to knock St. John, but like the last two times, it was Gonzaga and UNC, and then Gonzaga and Duke, right? I think Duke's last title was against Gonzaga, and UNC's last title was against Gonzaga. So I think Gonzaga gets it out. They'll win that one, and yeah, so that is my men's bracket for the 2025 March Madness tournament. So yeah, that was my picks. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you're going to join any groups on ESPN, or if you're going to make a bracket, or if you're not going to make a bracket, you just want to watch the games. But yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.